What's going on, everyone? So, the Los Angeles Lakers are taking a big leap of faith when it comes to JJ Redick, right? This is a guy that, yes, he knows the game, he understands the game, he played and had a long career in the league, but he has no real head coaching experience at any impactful level, right? He's coached, his kids, but actual NBA players dealing with egos and, the league and agents and all the things that go on, right? The basketball mind is there. Everyone knows that. Everyone sees that. I mean, he's looked at as one of the best basketball minds the game has ever seen. He's a guy that's a real analytical, real X's and O's, really manic about just preparation and understanding and the data and all that stuff, right? So the idea of JJ Redick is something that makes a lot of sense, right? Plus, the Lakers have kept trying to find that like long-term coach, right? They've tried to find that guy, right? That's why they went after Luke Walton and then Darvin Ham, right? They don't want to have to keep going through this coaching cycle. They don't want to have to keep going through, okay, well, every 2 years we'll get a new head coach, right? They want somebody that they can look into, build a foundation. It's why you've heard and seen the Lakers not just talk about it, but be about it in hiring, just doctors like Dr. Sims ended up getting hired, which is huge for just the medical staff and just making sure guys are healthy and just player development and health and fitness and all that stuff to, developing trainers and bringing in these coaches, these development coaches, and some of the best out there, right? The Lakers want to be a premier place for just growth, development, kind of create a real culture and standard on that. And you don't want to have this, constant turnover of coaching, right? You have to have stability from top to bottom. And if at any point there is a link in that chain that is broken, then the whole structure can start coming down, right? And so the idea is that JJ Redick is that guy, that he has the mind, he has the vision, he is somebody that is capable, and you put a staff around JJ Redick that allows him to have success and kind of help guide him through the chaos that goes on behind the scenes. There's not really a concern with him on court. It's more of just everything that goes in with being a head coach, which is why it was so important to go and bring in, a Scott Brooks and a Nate McMillan, right? Where they were supposed to do the same thing with Darvin Ham, but Darvin Ham didn't want that. So they let him do it. This time they made the right choice, and JJ Redick was open and excited for that. Well, Jeanie Buss recently spoke about JJ Redick, and this is what she had to say. She said, "We wanted to kind of think a different way. Really, he's got a vision. I'm not comfortable talking about the basketball stuff, but we're looking for a candidate that would bring something different and really invest in developing young players. JJ is the right person for us. Again, I just want to work to really speak for itself." So again, what she's talking about as like she doesn't want to talk about the basketball side of things. One, I don't think she wants to give up all the details and stuff because they're trying to be the standard, right? They're trying to be the blueprint model. And she also doesn't want to hype things up and it doesn't work out. She wants to show, like she says, I just want the work to really speak for itself. But so I don't want to hype it and say it's going to be a home run. We have to give him time to establish what he wants to establish. I'm really impressed with his staff. Right now, it's not mandatory for the players to come in and practice, but players are coming in and working out. The coaching staff with Nate McMillan and Scotty Brooks, there's a lot of experience that will be there for him to make that adjustment to being a head coach. Certainly, a 12-year career in the league. He's got a lot of experience. He knows what the league is about, and I think he'll be a great leader. So again, it's her speaking on JJ Redick. Now, again, will there be the hiccups? Will there be questions at times? Will he have, bad games here? Sure, all coaches do, right? Even the best of them have games where it's just like they really drop the ball. But I do really believe in JJ Redick. And I've said it from the beginning, even before even when the rumors first started, I was like, go get JJ Redick. Right? I mean, I hyped him up more than probably anybody. Because, again, I believe he has the basketball mind. It's just everything else that goes on behind the scenes. I believe he's going to be really good with the X's and O's. I think he's going to let the data speak for itself. I think he'll make the adjustments. I don't think he has, like, you look at Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham, and a lot of coaches are this way, only know how to coach the way that they were taught, right? That's why a lot of companies like to hire people that are wet behind the ears that have never had experience, because they want to train them and mold them to do it the way that they want to do it. They don't have any preconceived notions. They don't have any biases, right? Darvin Ham, I've talked about this numerous times. Darvin Ham was actually a very good coach when he could coach within his box, right? I mean, we all saw it, whether you want to admit it or not. You know, like the game against Memphis, the Warriors, right? Like he had games even this past season where he looked excellent. The in-season tournament, all those games, chef kiss, coached them beautifully. But he never had to leave his box. And then you saw it 2 seasons ago now. He runs into Denver. He has to leave his box, and he has no idea what to do. And he just crumbles. Same thing this past season with Denver. Run into Denver, got to get out of your box, and has no idea what to do. I believe JJ Redick won't have that singular box. I think he's going to have implementations. I think he's going to have things that he wants to do and get across and way he wants to operate. But I do think if things aren't working, he'll go, okay, let's just go over here. Okay, let's try this. Let's go over here. Let's do this over here. Right? Because he doesn't have any preconceived notion. He didn't learn from Mike Budenholzer and so only knows how to do what Mike Budenholzer knew how to do. And Bud got fired for the same reasons Darvin Ham got fired. Right? Like, again, JJ's going to come in and he's going to be a guy that is going to let the data speak for itself and then will make adjustments according to that. He will make changes. He will do things on the fly. Yes, there's little nuance things that he's going to have to do, getting the rotation flushed out. He's going to need to know how to properly call timeouts. There's a lot that goes into it, right? But that's also why you have Nate McMillan's, why you have Scott Brooks, right? It's why you have the coaching staff. However you feel about JJ Redick, remove JJ Redick from the conversation for a moment, okay? Completely. Take him out of sight, out of mind. Just the coaching staff, minus JJ again, the coaching staff that this Lakers team is about to have is better than Darvin Ham with his coaching staff last year. Remove JJ from the equation. Scott Brooks, Nate McMillan by themselves are better than Darvin Ham and his coaching staff. They have the experience. They have been proven. They've had deep playoff runs. They've shown the adjustments. They've had good seasons, right? Like, they now are coming to a team, and JJ is also very open. Darvin Ham didn't want people. He wanted to prove himself, and it blew up in his face, right? JJ was humble enough to say, no, this is the best approach. Because remember, the Lakers were looking for a head coach with experience to help Darvin Ham, and Darvin Ham didn't want that. Darvin Ham wanted to pick out his own coaching staff, right? Where the Lakers this go around were like, no. And JJ said, yeah, let's do it together, right? Let's get me some help. Let's get me some experience. And I mean, he's even talked about it. How, he doesn't want it to be his way or the highway. He wants people to be able to talk. He wants his staff to be able to call stuff out, make adjustments, and, and have this collective thinking and hive mind. Obviously, you don't want any cooks in the kitchen, and JJ is going to have the final say, but I do like the idea of having these collective minds that have different perspectives and different opinions and different thoughts and different offensive schemes, defense schemes, and all this stuff to all sit around and talk and come up with what is best for this team. This isn't working. How do we fix it? And it's not just a linear perspective. It's one of the things that was so great about the 2020 roster. That team was incredibly talented, but that coaching staff was arguably as good, if not better, than the overall team. You look at, you had, Frank Vogel, Lionel Hollins, Jason Kidd, Phil Handy, right? Jason Kidd was just in the NBA Finals, right? Lionel Hollins had plenty of success, right? You had the defense, you had the offense, right? You had Frank Vogel, right? You had the guard element with Jason Kidd and the big man element with Frank Vogel, right? You had all these different elements that were this stew of just different outlooks all mixed together to create a great coach staff. And I think you have that again. So I'm very excited for this season, JJ Redick, what he implements, what he provides. And I think he's going to be, I think he sticks. I really do. And I talked about it when the Lakers hired him. I said, I think that they found their coach that they can have for the next 10, maybe 20 years. Right? I talked about him being the Lakers' Greg Popovich. Not in the sense of accolades and coaching pedigree, because that comes with just years of success, but in the sense of like they have their coach that is basically his job is secured as possible and he's going to be there forever. That JJ is going to have to be like, all right, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Right? But, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you think, like, yeah, JJ is going to be great. He's going to be fine. Are you excited for JJ? What do you think of what Jeanie Buss had to say? Do you have any specific opinions or thoughts about it? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.